Okay, as a Namecheap user, I'm going to be showing you how to install WordPress in your cPanel. It's very simple, but I want you to pay close attention so that you don't miss anything. So once you get your Namecheap dashboard like this, the next thing you do is make sure that you have your domain and hosting active. Make sure that your domain is active and make sure that your hosting is active. When your hosting is not active, you can't possibly install WordPress. So once your hosting is active, you look over here, you will say hosting list, click on hosting list. And when you click on hosting list, it will bring you to this page, okay? And look here, you're going to see go to cPanel. At times, if you come to this place, your own might be showing something like renew. That is, if your hosting is about to expire, they will ask you, they will put that button here so that you can possibly renew your hosting easily. Okay, but this one, you can see that the expiring date is still far. That's next month or something thereabouts. Okay, so that's why my own is showing go to cPanel directly. But if your own is showing renew, don't be scared, don't panic. Simply click on this arrow pointing down. When you click on it, it will open like this. But instead of having just manage, it will have manage and go to cPanel. So anywhere you see they go to cPanel, our target is to go to the cPanel. So whether you see it here or you see it inside here, click on it and it will take you to your cPanel tools where the installation gets started. So this time, let me click on go to cPanel. So when you click on go to cPanel, you can see that it's currently redirecting me to my cPanel, and this is my cPanel. These are the cPanel tools. Okay, and if you check here, you know that we have different sections of the cPanel. This is exclusive for Namecheap customers. This is Software Clause app installers. This is files. This is email, database, domains, matrix, security, and other things. Okay, and before you start installing WordPress, make sure that your SSL has been activated. I made a video about it previously. You can go to my channel to watch it to see how to activate your cPanel if you are using Namecheap. Okay, so make sure that your SSL has been activated and it is active before you start the WordPress installation. So once you get to this place, if you look over here, you're going to see WordPress Manager by Software Clause. If you also scroll down here to software, you're also going to see WordPress Manager by Software Clause. Okay, that's for that. And if you are using a smartphone, you can simply click on the toggle, the off canvas toggle here, the three horizontal lines. Click on it and you also see this WordPress Manager by Software Clause. So simply click on WordPress Manager by Software Clause. And when you do that, is going to take you to a place where you start the installation, which is this place. Okay, so this place you can see that simply remove this. We don't need it yet. So if you check this place now, you can see that there's no installation here. You can see no WordPress installation found. Okay, because we've not installed any WordPress before. So this time, we want to install it. Simply click on install to start the installation. So it will bring you to this place. Here you pay a close attention. We'll be setting up software setup, site settings, selecting of plugins, advanced options, admin accounts, extended settings. We'll be visiting and touching all of them. So the first thing here is the software setup. The software setup, and these are the things we'll be doing here. If you look here, this is the domain protocol. This is HTTPS. Okay, and because your SSL has been activated, this domain will support HTTPS. HTTPS means that your domain is secured, that your domain is safe. At times, there are some websites that if you try opening it, you see an error telling you that this site is not secured. Site not secured. Okay, that means the website does not have SSL. The site does not have SSL. Okay, but because this particular one that we've installed the SSL, that means we don't need to bother about anything. Make sure you select HTTPS as your domain protocol. That's for that. So now make sure that you select the domain which you are installing. This is it. This is the domain I'm installing. Make sure that it is installed. And this is what we'll be installing. We'll be installing https:/scholartrend.com. Your own should appear like this. Okay, and this place at times, this box at times you see something like WP. In case you see it on your own, make sure that you remove it. Don't install with WP. If you allow that WP, it will get attached to your domain like this, and it will cause issue when accessing your website. So make sure that you remove it clearly. Okay, so we are done with software setup. Now let's move to site setting. Here they will ask for the site name. Remove this, or unless you need that. For me, let me copy my domain name. I will use my domain name as my website name. Just do it like this. Okay, that's for that. Then the description, site description. Here you can check the niche you want to design a site for. For my own, I'm designing this site for educational purpose, for scholarship and jobs purpose. Okay, then I can simply type something like scholarship and jobs updates. You know, if it's about health niche, you can simply type health update or something thereabout. Then for this, don't select any of these. Don't select enable multi-site. Don't select disable WordPress cron. Don't select any of them. Leave them empty. Now scroll down, you're going to see select plugins. We don't need this particular plugin. We need this, so select this. We don't need this one. Limit login attempt. We don't need it. We don't need any of them, but we need classic editor. Okay, this classic editor is very important. If you install without it, when you get your dashboard, you can also install it. Okay, before you proceed with other things. Now we are done with that. Then let's move to admin account. Remember, any detail you are entering here is your website detail. And this place is where you enter your website username. This place is where you enter your website password. Okay, for this time, I'm going to enter this. I can use my domain name, my website name as the username, or you can simply type admin. You can simply type something like admin as your site username. But for me, I'm going to use Scholar Trend as the username. Now, for this, here they will ask for password. This is where you enter your password, and make sure that this password is strong enough. After you enter the password, then down here is where you enter the email, the admin email. Okay, you must make sure to enter the correct email here. Enter your email, and then also drop that email, your email in this place. This is email installation, where all the details of this installation will be forwarded to. Okay, then after that, you click on install. Click on install, and here you can see that my WordPress is installing. And congratulations, the software was installed successfully. Our WordPress has been installed, and here they gave us two links. This one is the visitors link, your website. If you click this one, it's going to show you the front page of your website. If you click on this one, which is the administrative URL, it's going to lead you to where you will log into your website. Anytime you want to log into your website, always open your browser and type in this link. Type your domain name and put /wp-admin. It will take you to your login page of your website. This time, I won't be entering password because I'm logging in directly from this place. So simply click on it. Okay, it will take you to your dashboard, and this is my WordPress dashboard. So from here now, this is where you start the restoration. of your website, okay, or customization, any of them. In case you want to restore your site or something like that, this is where you start from.